I don't think anyone sees the Nuggets and Bucks and thinks that anything that's happening on Friday night is changing the results of those series. So let's go ahead and kind of jump into the playoff preview. In the West, Nuggets versus the 8. I'm curious about this Denver Nuggets team because there's a lot of statistical trends we talked about that would suggest that they're going to potentially be an underperforming 1 seed. You certainly have not heard them talked about the way that the Bucks or a traditional 1 seed would be talked about. And, I've gotten a chance to watch a couple of their games as the season is closing out. I love the way they play defense, even though it has not shown up necessarily in the stats. And I do wonder if this is a team that has been overlooked, even though it's weird to say that about a 1 seed. But what do you guys think? I think we all feel like they come out of the opening round pretty easily. But what do you think the long-term chances are for the Denver Nuggets?
I don't see them coming out the West. I can see them possibly going to the Western Conference Finals. I just still think that they're one piece of a guy or two away. Like we discussed last time, I think the perimeter defense is something that they need to prioritize. We've got the homie Peyton Watson who's been looking phenomenal there, but he's still a rook, still a young, and I'm not going to put the fucking franchise's championship hopes on that kid.
No, but to jump in on what you just said, and I know from what I know his family was hearing, he was drafted because of what you just said.
Right.
He was drafted because they didn't feel like they had a stopper, and they didn't feel like they had the mentality of a stopper, aside from the actual ability to do it. So yeah, I think you're right on there.
Yeah. So I don't think the Nuggets are a quote unquote fraud. I just don't think they're there yet. And damn near every team isn't there yet. That's like not really a knock on the Nuggets. So,
but it's wild you say that. I mean, I agree with you completely. But it's wild, like they have Joker, Murray, and MPJ, and you still a guy or two away, nigga. It might not happen for y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck else you want? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. But yeah, I can see them make it to the Western Conference Finals too, but I just don't see them winning. You know what I'm saying? Especially with, KD now playing with the Suns. Like, they haven't lost a game.
Right. Let's jump to the 4 versus the 5, because most likely for them to even just get to the conference finals, they're going to have to get through the Suns, because you got the Suns versus the Clippers.
It's not going to happen. Would either y'all pick the Suns over the Nuggets, or pick the Nuggets over the Suns?
No. I'm still at the point where, of course, KD is the most plug and play fucking guy in NBA history, right?
Sure.
You plug him in a system, he seamlessly adjusts. But I still feel like oftentimes, you still need like a whole season of gel to really get that chemistry going. So I'm a bit skeptical on the Suns. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they win it all, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go out second round either.
For sure,
right. Yeah, I think that's going to be a hell of a series. I do think that that's what's going to happen. I think the Clippers may have been my preseason pick to come out of the West, but I just don't see that happening against the Suns without Paul George. And yeah, I to your point, Tyler, has Kevin Durant played 9 games with the Suns? I think so. Like that. It's not exactly a full season. The flip side of that argument is they are 9-0 when he does suit up and play. So.
And like we said, like, he's the most, plug and play fucking player in NBA history. If anybody can make it work in 9 games, it's him. And it has worked. You know what I'm saying? This isn't Kyrie and Luka. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who can go and play in any fucking system. You know what I mean? And do exactly what he does, because he can get 30 off of 11 fucking shots, bro. You know what I mean? Has the ball for 4 minutes in the game, drop 30 on a motherfucker. Like, he's just so fucking efficient. You know what I mean?
And they have a coach.
And they have a real coach. And they are already a solid foundational team. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, they have a good team. I don't think the Clipper series will even go to PG coming back. I don't think PG will make it back, bro. They gonna get him out there nice and stealthily with the little 5-game series, probably. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we've all got Nuggets and Suns. The more interesting West series that I really do think are close to coin flips. Grizzlies Lakers. We talked about it a little bit, but prediction wise, what's your thought? And why don't we throw games on there too?
I'm gonna say Lakers in 6.
I'll say Grizzlies in 6, but I hope the Lakers show up and prove me the fuck wrong. You know what I mean? But I would say Grizzlies and 6 just to be like, yo, this is what I truly, truly think. At the end of the season, they haven't looked like a good team to me. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. The missing, them not having Adams is a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
It's a huge deal.
You know what I'm saying? But having Jaren Jackson, the defensive player of the year probably. Right. They still got some good defense at the cup for sure.
I'll say Lakers in 6 with Tyler. Kings Warriors, probably the first round series that I'm the most excited for. As we mentioned when we were talking to Hanif, the Saturday ABC telecast of Kings Warriors will be the Kings' first time on ABC since 2002. You want to talk about storylines? The two Northern California teams. There is a little bit of spice on that Sacktown versus the Bay shit. So I'm excited for all of that. But how do you guys think this is going to shake out? Who do you think wins that series?
I think that's a gentleman's sweep. Warriors in 5. It's the classic matchup of the fucking season champion veterans and the young guys have never been there before. Those usually don't go well for the young guys. And that game that the fucking Warriors closed the season out with that 55-point first quarter, I was like, bro, these motherfuckers are ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, man. And we got Wiggins coming back, who was by just about every measure was their second best player last postseason, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I think they're gonna make quick work of these boys, but I do think Sacramento gets one, which is a good testament to them. First year there. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be back. Mike Brown got them boys playing, so there's nothing to be ashamed of for the ass whooping y'all about to get, Kings.
for sure.
Hold your head high.
I'll give them 2 wins. I think it's Warriors in 6, and I like Wiggins coming back. Like Wiggins, like you said, was the second best player last year. You know what I'm saying, in the finals. Before he left, during the family issues, he was having a better season than he had the year before when he was an all-star. You know what I mean? Like, the dude's a hooper. So big difference on the defensive and offensive end. So yeah, man, I think the Kings had a great season. I don't think they're ready to beat a Warriors team that is this season. Where this is their season. They're playing for the playoffs, bro. You know what I mean? It don't matter where they land either. They're that good.
I will say, if it does end up being a gentleman's sweep for the Warriors, it will be the biggest indictment of the NBA regular season you could possibly have. The Kings, one of the most fun storylines of this regular season. The Warriors basically just waiting for the playoffs. I mean, literally,
Steph
like
was
Wiggins
hurt. They were dealing with some. Yeah,
for
Wiggins
sure,
not there.
But then like Wiggins dealing with the family stuff that he's been dealing with. Like the team clearly told him, like, hey man, take as much time as you want until we're playing games that really count. And then we'd love to have you back. You know what I mean? Like that. Sure. And I think that's the right approach from the team's perspective. But I do also think it tells you exactly what everyone feels, which is, hey, it only matters if we get to game 7. We're not planning on getting to game 7. Right. So don't worry about it. We'll play in whatever seed we're in. I'm going to go the other direction just because I have really enjoyed watching the Kings this season. And I'll say the Kings in 7 before they get knocked the fuck out of the conference semifinals. But intellectually, I would say I agree with everything y'all are saying. Okay, we flip over to the East. Bucks versus 8 seed. Do we all still feel like the Bucks are our pick?
Yes.
I
think the Bucks. I think the Bucks are sweeping whoever they see in that matchup. I think that they're one of those teams who are just you talked about how if the Warriors win, that might be an indictment on the regular season. This is a team that has had their foot on the gas all fucking regular season, right? This is a team that this is what they have been fucking waiting for, and I think they're going to beat the shit out of a lot of motherfuckers this postseason.
They might not lose a game to the motherfucking to the conference finals, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like we might not see them truly tested. I mean, they're so fucking good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Yeah, there's no chance that nobody has a chance of winning a single game in this first round against the Bucks. Not happening.
I think the other thing, especially when we talk about like the Lakers or teams, it is a real thing in basketball, especially when teams have that attitude of I'm going to do just enough. Okay, we just got to get through this. And these Bucks teams have taken on Giannis's personality. That's never been their mentality. Jackson's making fun of me in our group chat about how frequently I bring it up, but it was like these dudes were thinking in February about keeping their minutes down. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's exactly what y'all said. I don't think they want to let it go to a gentleman's sweep. Giannis is like, I've counted the rest days. Like I know
Giannis
that
will not see
we...
a fourth quarter in this series, bro.
And
he's gonna drop 25 and 13 in 3 quarters and sit his ass the fuck down.
Celtics Hawks. I just want to give a shout out that 2008, the weirdest 7-game series in the history of the NBA playoffs, where it was 7 consecutive blowouts, but it went to 7 games. Shar and I went to 2 of those games, one in Atlanta, one in Boston. Super fun series. I'll always root for the Hawks against the Celtics because of that. But I don't see them having a shot in fucking hell in that series.
Nah.
Yeah, they're going to get their ass beat real bad.
They finna get punished, bro. It's going to be...
Yeah.
Don't bring
Josh
the women
Smith
and children, dog.
Through
you
that
know
door.
what I mean? Leave them at the crib, dog. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to be a war. And it's going to be one-sided, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think for the reasons that Jackson has outlined of why he doesn't trust the Sixers between the Stars record in the playoffs and the coach's record in the playoffs, Sixers Nets, I don't think the Nets are getting them out of there, but the Sixers are collapse prone potentially. Do you think we have any action in that series?
Nah.
Bro, this might be just, I mean, this will be just as easy as any Bucks series. It might be easier. That Nets team ain't the Nets team that made just what Koo said this shit. Koo said it. This ain't that Nets team. You know what I mean? That's KD's Nets team that's in the playoffs. And KD ain't there, neither is Kyrie, bro. They about to get baked, dog.
Yeah, I think the Nets might steal one, maybe even 2, because I feel like the emergence of Mikal Bridges as this fucking offensive phenomenon, and fucking the way Cam Thomas has been on, that you might not really fully know how to scheme against these guys just yet as the guy for the team. So I think they might be able to sneak 1 or 2 maybe, but I don't think it's going to be competitive at all.
Do we enjoy
if they win 2? That's a competitive series though.
They're 6-game series all the time that
yes.
weren't competitive. You know what I'm saying? So
there's gentleman sweeps, and then there's like there's something past gentleman sweep that's a 6-game that's never in doubt. That's always a phrase I use when I'm writing about a game where you knew who was gonna win the whole time, and it's like, bro, I know it was a 2-point game in the 4th quarter, but this shit was never in fucking doubt.
They just like, all right, let's play basketball for real now, guys.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, last series we haven't talked about, the 4-5 in the East, Cavs-Knicks. Curious for you guys' thoughts on that series.
That's gonna be fun. I think that Mitchell versus Brunson, that's gonna be really, really fucking fun. That is legit the one series I have no idea how it's gonna go. I'm leaning Cavs, but I don't know, man. I think we might get 7 games out of that one.
I hope we get 7 games out of it. That's gonna be a real war. That's gonna be back and forth. That'll be fun, bro. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know who wins. I guess I'll say Cavs and 6, Cavs and 7. You know what I mean? But that Knicks team, bro, like when they on, you know what I'm saying? And Jalen Brunson, bro, like we're talking to Jalen Brunson surprised me last year with the Mavs. I'm like, oh, why I knew he's a good player, but no, this nigga like that. He ready for the big time. You know what I mean? And this year, like, bro, like he's taking 3 steps. You know what I mean? Like it's he's so fun to watch. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. I don't know, bro. I think the Knicks can beat them in 6 or can go the other way. I don't know, but I'm gonna say Cavs in 6.
All right, that's our playoff preview.
Mike,
Very
you didn't make your
to see the games coming up. Oh, on that one, yeah, I'd take the Cavs. The Knicks have been enjoyable to watch. I'd take Cavs in 6 for me. I like that Cavs team.